Mrs. Pauletta, Member of Parliament, thank you for this opportunity. You recently Parliament adopted a bill proposal regarding debt collectors. I know you've been working really hard on it. Can you give us an explanation about this bill proposal?
Yes, since 2010 the bill expired and they didn't continue making sure that we have a regulation that controls the working area of the debt collectors. In 2010, when we changed from Nederlandse Antilles, we went to Curacao as a country. Most of the bills went through, but this was one that was kept behind on a negative list. In the meantime, they were proposed to work on it after 10-10-10, but no one took that on. In 2017, my colleague Mrs. Alcalá-Valle, who's now Minister of Education, took on this proposal and issued it into the Parliament. And last Friday, for the third time, we make sure in the Parliament it was handled and approved by all the colleagues who were present. The bill regulates the working area of the debt collectors. Who are debt collectors? If you have let's say a case you want to issue by the Hof, where you have to do it and how you have to do it, those are all the things that you can regulate with this bill. Something that wasn't being done since 10-10-10.
But why would such an important bill be placed on a negative list after 2010?
The idea was to work on this list after 10-10-10, but nobody picked it up. You know, we had a government after 10-10-10 who had other priorities, and lawmaking and working on the bills that were on the negative list were not on their priority list. And that's something after we came back in the government as the PAR fraction picked this as one of the priorities. Make sure that the list of the negative list of bills are up to date for what we need in our community.
How does this bill protect the consumers, those that find themselves in trouble with debt collectors? How does this bill protect them?
You know what's very strange to me is that the Hof says there is no bill, there is no regulation, so a customer or a debitor cannot issue a complaint for a debt collector. But on the other hand, they say we cannot disrupt the whole area of work of the debt collector, so we are going to continue to work with this law until there is a new law. So our people of Curacao cannot make use of the law, but the debt collectors can make use of it. That was the situation since 10-10-10. So if I have a complaint before this bill was issued and approved by the Parliament, the Hof would say we don't have a law, and so we can do nothing. And the result of that was that the debt collectors started making their own regulations and their own laws, and in the way they, how much money they can collect, on which way they can collect this money. So now with this bill approved, we make sure that there is a regulation, and if you have a complaint about your case at a debt collector's office, you know what are the steps you can make and take to make sure that your complaint is being heard and attended, and the debt collectors can be sanctioned because of this regulation that we just passed.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
You're more than welcome.